Freshman year is an exciting time for all new students. It is a time to embark on new adventures, make new friends, and experience a sense of independency. I went to college at St. Mary's University. It was a warm place where palm trees coated the campus and where the sun was always shining. For me, college was a time to travel. At an early age, I knew traveling was an occupation I wanted to accomplish after graduating high school. So I ventured to San Antonio, Texas. The friends I made freshman year turned into family, and I will never forget the bonds we made and the memories we shared. This group incorporated space, roles, cohesiveness, universality, catharsis, rituals, and stages of group development. Space was very important to this group. It was on the second floor of Founders Hall where I found my new home. Initially, it was the area where our group had first met. We were all randomly selected to reside in the Storm Building. This was a place where we gathered as a community to share stories, socialize, and relax. The routine of waking up and falling asleep in a large building with small rooms so closely located next to others was my life for an entire year. Seeing the same familiar faces was what made the cold structure feel like our own place. There were 8 of us who created an instant friendship, and everyone took on various roles. Melissa, the fun-loving and positive girl down the hall, was undoubtedly the energizer of the group. Cole defines the energizer as the one who encourages the group into actions and decisions. Melissa was the first on board with any plans and expelled her energy to the rest of the group. I played the role of the opinion and information seeker. Traveling to a new place required many adjustments. Cole explains this role as someone who seeks clarification of values and attitudes presented. I needed to understand the culture in order to fit in. Therefore, I asked members of the group to help me with the transitions. Veronica was easily the most country out of us all. Therefore, she played the role of information giver. She taught us, mostly me, the lost girl from New Jersey, how to country dance, adapt to the new culture, and to dress. Kyla was the compromiser of the group. Cole defines the compromiser as someone who modifies his or her own position in the interest of group harmony. Kyla always had the group's best interest in mind and was able to be selfless to promote group cohesiveness. Kyle took on the role of harmonizer. Cole defines a harmonizer as the member of the group who mediates the difference between others. Kyle communicated with everyone to make sure conflict was minimal and encouraged us all to resolve issues that we had with one another. Jimmy was the playboy of the group. He was constantly joking and rarely shared insight into his true feelings about anything, but his humorous spirit kept us all laughing throughout the night. Amanda, who developed into my best friend, was the opinion giver. She was very outspoken for her small size and informed all group members of her thoughts about various topics, including ones she was not asked to comment on. Although the group held many different personalities, the therapeutic factor of universality connected us all. Yalom enlists divine universality as a commonality in feelings and thought. Our group was comprised of young students who were newly independent. Our environment and social context had dramatically changed. We were no longer under our parents' roof or rules. Although we were all thrilled with our new sense of freedom, we shared feelings of being homesick, being stressed, and the fear of gaining the freshman 15 pounds. With all of our different majors and various school activities and differing performance patterns, we shared one very important tradition. Every Wednesday night, we all knew what was expected of one another. Everyone would dress up and attend Cowboys Dance Hall by 10 p.m. Cowboys was a local dance hall where all young college students would gather to dance and enjoy live country music. Now being in Texas, the type of dance was different to me. My culture did not involve the two-step dance, which all Texans knew without hesitation. It took a few trips to Cowboys and a few private dance sessions in the dorms for me to master the two-step, but I can confidently say that I have now acquired a new skill. Cowboys Dance Hall was a ritual for our group. The OTPF defines this concept as a symbolic action with spiritual, culture, or social meaning. Going to Cowboys was a ritual to our group because it signified spending time together and unwinding from the workload that was building up for the week. Getting ready for the night was a ritual in and of itself. All the girls would run up and down the hallways, raiding each other's closet for the perfect outfit to wear. We would all spend hours perfecting our hair and makeup until it was time to take pictures. The boys would dress in their newly ironed, button-down shirts, and we all would put on our cowboy boots. The photo session of the evening was a norm that was established in our group. Cole defines norms as certain attitudes and standards of behavior that are acceptable to the group. Capturing the moments before we left for Cowboys was an important event, mainly for the females in the group. We would all line up and take various assortments of pictures, and after much coercion, we would manage to successfully drag the boys into a few as well. The boys never understood the significance of this aspect of the evening, but they always knew what was expected of them. Once we arrived at Cowboys Dance Hall, the dancing began. The facility was enormous. There was a large stage situated in the back behind the spacious dance floor, and a mechanical bull was located in the front corner of the room. As we walked in, the band's music would fill the hall, and the dance floor would be open with only a few brave dancers to start the night. After about 30 minutes, we all mustered up the courage to ask someone to dance or agree to dance with someone who was asking. Once we stepped onto the dance floor, nothing could pull us off. We would all spend the remaining hours swirling and twirling around the hardwood dance floors, swapping partners and finding new people to dance with. As the night would come to a close, our bodies ached with exhaustion. We would spend the car ride home expressing our joyous moments and sharing in the catharsis that the night had provided us with. Cole defines catharsis as an emotional unburdening. Dancing at Cowboys allowed us to unleash our stress and anxiety, which gave us therapeutic relief. Once we arrived back on campus, the laughter ceased, and we all slowly dragged to our dorm rooms, dreading the 8 a.m. classes that were lurking behind the sunrise. Regardless of the drowsiness we would embrace the next day, it was never strong enough to keep us from attending the following week's adventure to Cowboys Dance Hall. Our freshman floor group displayed cohesiveness. Cole explains cohesiveness as the sum total of complex interactions and interrelationships that form a positive bond. We all had a sense of solidarity and promised to keep the pack of maintaining the tradition of our Wednesday nights. In the early fall semester of our freshman year, our group was in Tuckman's norming stage. It was in the beginning where we all were orienting to one another and being careful to test the group dynamics. As the year continued to unravel, our group assumed Tuckman's performing group stage. Tuckman describes this stage as effectively working together where conflict can be easily discussed. Since we all live very close to one another and often shared conjoining bathrooms, we embrace the sense of comfort and were able to discuss our true feelings directly. Freshman year will remain a memory that was filled with friendship, dancing, and independence. I am lucky that I obtained a group of incredible individuals to share my college journey with. Although the connections started to dismantle as we continued our college education, the unspoken bond we all shared on the second floor of Founders Hall will always be acknowledged, and our journeys to Cowboys Dance Hall will never be forgotten.